Innovative content, global audience.
Yes, people, this is SRTV. Yeah, it is what we do. Innovative content, global audience. My name is Daddy Kris from SRTV London, and this is One-on-One with Daddy Kris. What is this show all about? This is a show where I unveil important personnel. They come with amazing ideas, and they're here to inspire you, to maybe tell you things you already know, because I don't believe there's anything new. God has created us with all the potentials. All you need to do is somebody that can wake it up. Now, let's give that instance. If you go to a school, you're in a classroom and the teacher is teaching something, the teacher does not actually add anything inside of you. He only make you realize what is there. Oh, you say, because it's already in you. The teacher only makes you to realize what God has deposited in you. That is one of those things we're about to do today. A man, I call him a man of God in his own capacity. I don't know whether I call himself a man of God yet, but what he's doing is something a man of God should be doing. They've come up with something very, very unique. It's very African, and when I asked him the question, he said, listen, we copied or we imitate the Igbo apprenticeship system. And that thing was something that raised my ear, because the CNN said, it's not me, CNN said, India said that the Igbo apprenticeship system is the most successful incubator of successful businesses. You understand? The highest incubator of successful businesses worldwide. So when you incubate, that is, you breed businesses, that the Igbo apprenticeship system is the best in the world. Now somebody has put it in practice. They imitated that and they came up with something for entrepreneurs. They want to do something wonderful in Nigeria. Be proud of that country called Nigeria. Because when you meet some of my guests, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to waste your time. I have a gentleman in our midst here. His name is PERK Elijah. I don't even know where that name comes from, but PERK Elijah is right here with us. PERK, you're welcome to One-on-One with Daddy Kris.
It's my pleasure.
All right, PERK. You see, let me see you, me and you together first. Let's do this. All right, maybe we should come closer first before we even go. Elijah, I have listened to some of the things you said, and I'm excited, and I'm saying, oh, what is this? Please start by telling us, who is this man, PERK Elijah?
Well, I'm a Nigerian, an entrepreneur. And as of today, I drive the vision for Liberty Hub International Limited.
Liberty Hub.
Yes, Liberty Hub International Limited. As a young Nigerian who has traveled length and breadth, I came to realize that what we needed is to be entrepreneurs. And that is where I have found myself dealing with the grassroots, trying to see how we can grow the people and be able to see how we can add value to the informal sector. I have journeyed this over the past 10, 12 years, trying to profile solutions and evolve through the cycle to be able to come up with what we have today.
And that is what you come up with is Liberty Hub. We come into Liberty Hub. We want to look at it. But what is interesting is you've identified a very important areas of our life for us to create wealth, to be entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs are wealth creators. They create wealth, you know. And the African challenges today, or perhaps the biggest challenge we have in Nigeria today, is wealth creation. And you've come up with that. Why did you even think of it? Why? As a young Nigerian, you have other things to do. Why did you choose to go and do this difficult thing?
Two things. One, if you can create wealth at the bottom of the pyramid, then that will have breathing space. Secondly, you must add value to those at the grassroots so that the entire system would function properly. In Nigeria today, we have the top and bottom. Even the middle class, somehow is fizzling out. So we need to see how we empower ourselves at the bottom of the pyramid so that we can be able to survive the challenges we meet today. And doing so, it's holding ourselves together. Like say where I come from, Now, cooperation make rise the full pot. So we have to cooperate so that we can be able to help ourselves grow well.
Now, two words are here: liberty, which is freedom, hub, connected. Tell us about this Liberty Hub and what you are trying to do with your Liberty Hub. So your position, are you the CEO? Are you the, because they have CEO, they have the is it VCO? So which one are you? And then tell us a little bit about it. Yeah, go on.
All right. Once again, my name is PERK Elijah. I'm the Managing Director and CEO of Liberty Hub Limited. I have a wonderful team working together to see how we can drive this forward. At Liberty Hub International Limited, what we do is simple. We provide solutions for entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs.
So yes, so tell us this Liberty Hub. This thing is very good. It's Liberty Hub International Limited. It says, "Live your dream." What is that all about? Tell us about this Liberty Hub.
Liberty Hub is a platform where we mentor and empower aspiring entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs. Our focus is to provide solutions to 4 key areas in which, as of today, the Nigerian entrepreneurs suffer. And those 4 key areas is providing access to information, access to technology, access to market, and access to finance or capital. Now, in doing this, our basic focus is on mentorship. When we mentor these people, that way we'll be able to find out what they need of all 4 areas and then be able to empower them accordingly. We have chosen a model of operation, which is something we know would help us succeed in the journey, which is the Igbo man style of mentorship. A typical Igbo man will go to the village and pick a young boy or girl, bring them to the city, train them in their business over a period of 4 to 5 years, and they never fail. They hardly fail when they do their business, because in the process of this period, they will learn the pros and cons, they've learned the do's and don'ts of the business, and that way they are able to successfully grow this business anywhere they find themselves. Today in Nigeria, many people go into businesses and never survive the first 12 months. Some barely survive up to even 12 months. The reason being is that they do not have the proper knowledge or the information needed to become successful in that business. The same way you ask a young Nigerian today, what do you need? He will tell you, I need money. Now, this same person, if you provide money to him or her, go back to him a few months, that money is gone. And he will tell you, I don't know. It's not winch. It's nothing else. It is the way you have managed the business process. You need leadership. So what we have done is to provide a platform where you will be mentored, you will be shown how to do the business, what you need to do right, and then speak with people who are successful in their business, who will tell you what to avoid, the pitfalls not to go into, and then be able to survive that business over time. So the mentorship is from 0 to a point where you become a mentor as well. So all mentees on our platform today, by tomorrow, should become mentors as well, because they'll become successful, look back to what they've done, and be able to say, I have been successful in what I'm doing. So we would provide not just resources for you to do that, we provide the knowledge, we provide you the ability to be able to do proper bookkeeping, proper banking business plan, so that you can be able to access funding, and at that point, your business will grow. It's a lot. We need to talk more and more about that.
Yes. In fact, one of the, I'm happy you bring us to the area of knowledge. This is one thing I do know, that. So one of the most important thing to succeed in business is not the money, because if they give you money, you blow it. So you need the right knowledge, and that is why the Igbo man goes and learn and stay with the master, serve the master for about 4 to 5 years, sometimes 6, 7 years before they get their own setup. Those are time they spend. They call this learning, the apprenticeship, and that is some of the things you say now. Could you tell us which specific area? Because I want us to split this interview into parts. One, I want us to identify the areas. So if I am an entrepreneur or I am an aspiring entrepreneur, What are the qualifications I need to have to come to Liberty Hub? Let's start from there.
First, you must be 18 years and ready and willing to go into a venture. You must have the passion to become a business owner or a part of a business that will succeed. So we are using this opportunity to call on every young Nigerian, every aspiring entrepreneur, everyone who sees himself as an entrepreneur, a business owner, or an idea owner. Let's put heads together. Let's join you to make that idea, that dream, a success. What we want to do is show you how that would work and what you needed to do to make it a success. So for everyone who is willing and ready to become an independent businessman or woman is qualified to be part of the Liberty Hub.
All right. It sounds simple, but it's not really that simple. I have a business and I want to come out with it. And you say I should come to you. What are you going to give to me? You say you're going to help me.
Answer that question. I will answer that question. Yes, I will answer that business by giving you a short example.
Okay.
Take, for example, you meet a woman on the street today and ask her, Madam, what do you need for you to become a successful businesswoman? She will tell you, I need money. That's the first thing that will come out of her mouth.
Yes.
I need help. And then fine, you provide that person with money. Let's take, for example, 100,000 naira to start up a small tomatoes business. Go back to that woman 6 months down the line, that tomatoes business might not be functioning anymore. Why? Because from day one, when she starts that business, she will take some tomatoes, for example, take 1,000 naira and give to the children, go and cook at home. Tomorrow, when they are coming back from school, she will take some money again. Please go and cook. In her mind, she is eating the profits, but not knowing that she has eaten profit and capital at the same time. So she will look for the money 6 months down the line and say, money has vanished, and start blaming on other things. Those are the kind of people we want to see.
He said that in the village people, they worry. Yes.
Exactly. So what we want to do is, first, not ask you that question, how much do you need? But we want to ask you, how do you want to spend that money? What do you need to do to make sure the business is successful? That's where mentorship comes in. So we are definitely going to provide for you. Some people will say, I have my business and I am successful, but how successful is your business? Do you need mentorship to grow that business from 1 shop to 2 or 3? We also provide that solution for you, because you will talk to people who are successful in their business and be able to know what to do to grow that business. Now, the second part of the answer I'll give to that question is this. Some people know how to cook, but they don't know the business in cooking, for example. So you can be a good cook, but you cannot sell yourself as a good cook. So part of what we would mentor you on is how to sell yourself as a good cook. So it is not enough to be a good cook, or I can cook very well. No. If you cook very well, how do you make money from that business? How do you make money from cooking? How do you turn your cooking into a household name in another man's business? That is what we want to do. So our job is to help you grow your business, put you on the marketplace where people can see you. That's the third answer. So if you think you are successful in your business in Lagos, how many people know you in Port Harcourt? How many people know you in Makurdi? How many people know you in Benue, somewhere in Benue? How many people know you in the South? We have a marketplace within the hub where you can showcase this business and you get participation even from other countries outside Nigeria. So everybody can be mentored in the system.
Yes, Elijah, I want you to one, itemize the services. If I register with Liberty Hub today, the services I get. One, you've talked about mentorship. 2, access to finance. 3, training. What are the things available? Why do I want to go and join Liberty Hub today?
Good question. For everyone who joins Liberty Hub today, will get 1, access to business loan. Even when I am not emphasizing that as number 1, it is very important because a lot of businesses need access to capital to be able to thrive. 2, you need mentorship. We will provide you business mentorship training. This mentorship training would not only tell you how to become successful, it will show you the pitfalls, the shortcuts, and how to be able to become successful. That will include what you need to do to put your business on the forefront of every other business within the ecosystem. We will show you how to do your branding. We will show you how to market your product or produce. We will show you how to be able to sell better. We will show you who to talk to. We will give you ideas as regards to what to do to make that business grow. We would also provide you as number 3, business development training. This will involve how to do proper bookkeeping, how to do your business plan, how to make sure that your business becomes a household name. We would provide you access to credit, consumer credit facilities. That is something that is not very thriving today. Good enough, a few days back, the president of the country appointed a 36-year-old man, a boy, as the MD for Nigerian Consumer Credit Corporation. Fantastic idea, because that would help us begin to narrow down on what we hope to do, which is driving the consumer credit facility in Nigeria. Consumer credit is something that has not been successful in Nigeria, but it's part of the service we provide for every member on our platform, which will give them the opportunity to buy and pay over a period of time. Most probably pay from the residual income they earn on our platform. That becomes an advantage. 5, we would provide what we call a CUG line for every member on the platform. So communication becomes easy. That way, with the CUG line, you can be able to communicate with every member on the platform and not pay extra, because it will then ease communication. A lot of business do not thrive today because there are no proper communication means. Even WhatsApp, while making calls, can be interrupted by regular calls. But if you do a CUG line, every staff within the ecosystem or within the hub can communicate without interruption, and then the calls are unlimited because you operate on the CUG line. That becomes an advantage on the platform, because if we have 1 million subscribers today, you have 1 million ideas of people to talk to. That is another advantage. The network of people you can then tap knowledge or buy ideas from. So we'll provide also an exclusive network of people where you ordinarily would not have known that you would meet within the system and be able to follow up with. Number 7 is that we'll also provide you with access to health insurance.
Okay.
Every member on the Liberty Hub will have access to health insurance by virtue of our partnership with the Health Maintenance Organization. So every member would have access to that, because, for example, we will not provide loan to you and then you use that to pay hospital bill because you are sick, and we can't take away sickness from, it's an eventuality. So we'll provide health insurance for members, and that way these members can have access to healthcare and not pay extra from their pockets. Liberty Hub provides that for the member as a service that they would ordinarily will not pay for from their pockets. That is an advantage. We are also partnering with a leading pension fund manager to provide pension funds for the informal sector. A lot of people work and work and work, and they grow old or get tired from their jobs and do not have what to fall back to. But every member on the Liberty Hub will be part of the informal pension scheme, and that way they have something to retire back to. We are also giving life assurance or insurance for our members as well, in case of eventuality. Your next of kin, or in case of a disability, you have access to a pool of funds that you can tap from. We will also be providing, as a service for our members, legal as a service. A lot of SMEs today do not have lawyers who would tell them what to do the policies to guide their businesses, and how to even sign or notarize simple agreements. The lawyers working with us would provide these templates for them to be able to have access to legal services at a phone call. That way, they can then be able to look at agreements, look at the partnership they go into, look at what businesses they want to venture in, what policies are guiding those businesses, and then be able to have the proper guide or advice before venturing into businesses or signing agreements or partnership or ventures that they want to go into. As of today, it is a mirage in Nigeria. Liberty Hub will provide that for its members. We will also provide what we call the leadership trustee, where those who have idle funds can put their money down, and then we will manage those portfolios for them to be able to generate income or empower SMEs, and then use that income to generate additional income that would not only provide interest for the investors, would also be able to see that lives are touched and people are making progress from what they do. 12, we would also provide what we call alternative ideas for people. If you do not know what to do, come to Liberty Hub. We will show you what to do, how to do it, and then become successful in it. So these are some of the benefits you get once you join the Liberty Hub network. But there are a lot more.
They are elaborate, and I'm sure we're going to have time, because I really want to. That's why I allow you to itemize them. Now, I know I only woman that they give gift sometimes. I know the woman. What do you expect in return from me that want to join? Because I've joined. Look at all the benefits. You've itemized them a lot, and I don't think I'll be able to name all of them. But you talk about the legal services. You talk about access to loan. You talk about residual income. I want you to talk about that shortly. We're going to come to that. But first, tell us, what do we need? What do we need to do we need? Is there a registration fee? How much is it? And what are the processes? And where do we register? I know it's going to come towards the end of the show, but I just want to bring it out at this stage now. Is there anywhere we can register with Liberty Hub? What are the registration fee? What do we need to do? So that anybody watching can know that one, note that one down first, because there's a big opportunity here. Listen, Elijah is saying that Liberty Hub is saying, let me bring Liberty Hub so that you can see Liberty Hub properly. Liberty Hub is a platform for entrepreneurs. They're saying that if you go there, there's legal services, there's access to finance, there's pension fund, there's easy communication, there is networking, and there is training and mentorship. And I'm not sure it's even over, because there's something called in fact, there's something that you have residual income. I don't understand all. So I'm asking now, how do we get there? Is one thing. So he's going to tell us how we get to that place. So if you are there watching, please put your pen and write down how you get to this Liberty Hub first, because this is good news. And don't think there's nothing like a scam here. This is real. So you need to learn that the most important, and the only reason I was so excited when I met Elijah is when he told me about the apprenticeship scheme. I said, hey, that is the kind of education Nigeria needs. And I'm happy Nigeria is beginning to do that, because the Igbo apprenticeship system is the best in the world. So, and now they put it on paper in a more civilized way. You see, that's what we do. This is what we're supposed to do as Africans. Improve on what our forefathers gave to us. And Elijah have done that. So Elijah, I'm asking now, what do I need to do as my own contribution? I know it may not be free. And where do I go to register?
It is not free, because a project of this magnitude with a very huge vision would cost a lot to put together and then sustain. Yes. However, I need to make this clear that we are not planning to run Liberty Hub for 5 years or 10 years. It those of us who are the pioneers of this particular project. So, in order for us to have a sustaining business, we have put in place what would make sure that on a monthly basis, year in, year out, the business will thrive on its own, whether I am here or not. That is one. Two, the objective of this business is to see how we turn our brain drain into brain gain. We do not want to continue to remain. We do not want to continue to remain a perpetual liability to our unfortunate father, Nigeria, but want to create responsible youth, yes, responsible entrepreneurs who will be independent and become successful on their own. How do we want to do that? It's by providing the platform we have just created. And we are asking everyone to come join Liberty Hub and, one, have access to residual income, like you mentioned, and all the entire things we are providing as a service. As of today, we have 16 of them on the platform that you can pick as an advantage or reason why joining the platform. However, for everyone who is joining the hub, would pay a registration fee of a simple 1,500 naira. That makes you a member.
That's not even up to, that can buy me a beer these days. So it's 1,500 naira to register. That is good news.
Yes.
So that's what I want to get to. So with the 1,500 naira, I can register and access all these things. Are you saying, you're telling me that if I pay 1,500 naira, I'll be registered as a full member of Liberty Hub and I will access all the facility? Do I need to, and how do I get the residual income you're talking about?
Good. Our objective is to provide access to capital. It's either we are providing you funding or we are providing residual income one way or the other. Access to markets. We are providing you what we call the Liberty Mall. It's a platform where you can sell and buy. That platform, it's not tolerating anything else but entrepreneurs. So if you are an entrepreneur and you have something to sell, you have something to show to the people, Liberty Mall will provide a platform for you to showcase that particular business. Everybody who joins the platform would also get residual income from our Liberty Matrix. However, you must be an active member. So it is not just enough to register. You also need to become an active member, a subscriber to the platform. You pay a subscription fee to become an active member on the platform. What we are providing for you is huge. And our mentorship fee is a simple 1,000 naira monthly, and then you can have access to all that we have mentioned. And then we also ensure that you pay for your CUG line, which is the money you use in making calls on a monthly basis within the platform. That serves two purposes for us. One, it will enable that everybody within the platform can communicate without getting additional reason to load credit or say, I do not have airtime. As long as you pay your 5,000 naira monthly and your 1,000, which makes it 6,000 naira monthly, you have access to funds, you have access to market, you have access to the knowledge that you need, which is the training, and then you have access to the entire information that you need for you to be able to be successful.
All right. I can see a lot of people trying to join the platform. I'll happily add you to the platform if you can on your video before entering the studio. Please put on your studio, put on your video and mic, and join the studio, and I will add you. But let me stay some few minutes with Elijah. He's still talking us through the ingredients of this great platform, and I think it is very important we understand it first before we add more voices to it. Still on this, sir. Liberty Hub, I understand now that I need to make a payment of 1,500 naira to join, and I'll need to be active by paying maybe another activation fee, which is a monthly fee, I guess. And then I also need to pay for telephone for my communication services. Because, and you got to, from what I can see here, imagine Liberty Hub having up to 1 million subscribers, for instance. Meaning if I'm doing something, I have 1 million potential customers. I think it's a great idea because I have 1 million potential customers, not even the one outside. Meaning I have people who understand me, who I can talk to, who I share vision with. They may not be doing the same business with me. That's a good thing. So we are not in competition, but we are in one family. And I think that is a very good thing that you've created. It's different from the so-called cooperative where it is only people doing the same thing and trying to give up. But this is a community of people trying to do something. You know, they do things that they think is They are all entrepreneurs. So, and I think the first thing to do as wise entrepreneur is to patronize one another. But we're going to come straight to that later in terms of marketing. I have a question, which is the real one. We avoided it at the beginning. We said it's not the most important thing, but it is one of the most important things for me as a businessman. I want to do a business. Maybe you're able to give me training. How easy can you help those who will register with your platform access the money they need to run their business? Because that is 90% of us don't have, Nigeria does not have security, we don't have collateral to put in for that. So I don't have a house to put in down to be able to access that. How can this beautiful platform help me as a trader? I'm looking at the trader first. I'm looking at the ordinary trader on the street, but I think because I'm coming to the class of businesses you guys can welcome. Because someone like me, I may be looking for some 20 million. I know maybe that's not it. So I want to talk about the range. We're talking of small businesses. So you're going to define small businesses later. But the question I ask is, how can you, Liberty Hub, support me to access finance?
When you sign up as a member, and we have done our due diligence, we have done our mentorship session with you, and we understand that what you need is capital, we will provide access for finance to you. We, unlike the conventional way people access funding today, where you need to have collaterals, all the financial institutions will ask you, how will you pay back that money, and all of that. Here at Liberty Hub, partnering with our MFIs, we will be able to provide access to capital for our members as easy as possible without collateral, especially when that funding is below 10 million naira. You do not need collaterals. Now, this is very important because our main objective, is not to look at the big business for now, but we're looking at the micro businesses, small scale businesses that needs to grow. So if you join the platform today and you are an active member, which means you have been active for 6 months minimum, you qualify for credit on the platform. You can get between 0 and 1 million naira almost immediately.
All right,
You
that
will
is
be
the
able
most
to
important thing.
access funding.
Yes. I want us to classify the range so people are not misdirected. And I like what Tracy has done. Tracy is telling us to register is 1,500, another 1,000 for regular subscription, that is monthly, and then 5,000 for CUG line, which is the easy communication. Without one, does it include the internet as well? Because he said CUG line. Is it just to make phone call or there's internet? You have access to, you can browse as well.
You can decide to use for both internet and phone calls.
Okay. For the same 5,000?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. So, and that is clear. So I'm going to tell you now, please define small SME. So sometimes when they talk of SME, let me tell you one story that happened. We were in the UK here, we're talking about SME in the agriculture sector. And the man was talking about 20 million pounds, 20. As they say, hey, the SME is not so in Africa. SME, I'm talking of people that need with it, so you understand. So SME may mean different things to different people. When you say SME, what range of people are you talking about?
Good. Having worked in that informal sector over the years, SME to me simply means those within the range who would need between 20,000 naira and even 500,000 naira to do their business.
Okay, good.
And as I say, there are 1,001 running numbers of market women who need as little as 50,000 naira to add value to the business they do. Now, these same people do not qualify for loan from the conventional MFIs or financial institutions we have today because they do not have credit score or rating that will grant them that little capital. But here at Liberty, they will have access to that because we already know who they are and they are active members on our platform. who also generate income from our system, and that could serve as a collateral for them to access that loan. So we do not need collaterals from every member of Liberty to be able to access funding from the platform, as long as you're an active member, up onto 5 million naira as of today. And
Thank
that will
you.
grow definitely.
Yes, I like that. And it's very important. And I can tell you, I can see the success of this because a lot of market women, I don't like calling them market women. A lot of these are mothers who go out there, are women who go out in the market to do their daily businesses. They need this kind of small money to go about their daily business. And without that, their business suffers. So when they have enough money to buy, they sell, they go and buy, they sell, and they can come back really. From what you're saying, the money to pay back will not be a challenge if they are well mentored and helped properly, because again, managing money is another thing, like you rightly mentioned. So that is
I
interesting.
also need to mention this. I
Okay.
need to also mention that we will be providing this funding for our members for not more than single-digit interest rates per annum. At the
I was
same
coming to
time,
that. I was coming to that.
at the same
Yes.
time, we would also provide this funding to these people based on what they do, which means we will not give you loan today and ask you to start paying in another 1 month time. If you are going into production, for example, we would ask you to start paying when you start producing and selling. So if the moratorium period for you to go to market is 6 months, you would not service that loan until after 6 months. If you are
Wonderful.
doing buying and selling, then we would wait for you to start selling before you start paying back that loan. We would definitely run the system the traditional way and help our market men and women do proper bookkeeping so that they see what comes in, what goes out, and how they spend the money so that they can have traction that would be progressive.
Thank you, Elijah. But I have a problem because I don't know much about this book. I don't know school. I didn't go to school, but I'm good in what I do. I buy tomatoes every day and I sell and I make money. If you tell me to go to this register, I probably have problem with registering. I don't know. I didn't go to much school. I don't know how to use the internet right now. How am I going to be able to fit into this Liberty style? What kind of local support can you give to me, for instance, if I am in that position?
As of today, we are recruiting coordinators who would come, who will be trained to train the people at the grassroots. So we have people in every local government, in every town, every city, where we will have members who would show these people how to do these businesses. We will be working on a platform that will be able to communicate with these people. Take, for example, we'll be running on Let's Chat, which you can do with your USSD phone and pass communication so that you can be able to tell us what you are doing. Basically, we would have provided for you a template that you would monitor or understudy. So with that template, you can easily do your plus and minus without doing proper or serious work. However, your mentor would follow you through to see that you are successful. So we'll assign mentors to every mentee who will be able to follow them through and give them the basic knowledge they would need. We are also working on how to translate from English to the local dialects within the system so that these people can be able to understand what we are passing very well and not just use the general English at every
Thank
point.
you. That's very important. Communicating with me in a language I understand. All right. Let me talk to one thing. I'm in the diaspora. I'm here. I'm listening to all these beautiful things you're talking about, and I'm interested. I want to invest. I have family. I want to help to start something. And rather than them coming to me on a monthly basis, give me this. Go and start a business. Go to Liberty Hub. I've registered with Liberty Hub. Do this, do that. Otherwise, and how do I also? That is on one aspect of it that I'm interested. So will that work for me? Number two is, what if I have some bulk of money and I want to put in Liberty Hub so that you begin to use maybe as loan as other and you get me profit? Where do I come in as somebody in the diaspora? I'm not in Nigeria.
I am using this opportunity to also call on Nigerians, both home and abroad, to be part of Liberty Hub. Because what
Yeah.
we've done is to provide a platform where we would help your people back here to be able to be self-sustaining and independent. That way, they will not push the burden to you all the time. So if you have the opportunity to hear me, you can sign up on Liberty Hub and then be able to sign these people up so that they become beneficiaries of this platform. Secondly, if you have idle funds or you have funds you want to support the people with, you can put that fund on our system and we'll be able to use that fund to generate income and then give back to you as a way of investment with interest or profit, as the case may be, and then also affect lives here in Nigeria. So we'll do two things.
Elijah,
Yes.
you're gonna name figures here. Oh. If you are not ready with figures, we can do that another time. But I want to know if I put this, what are the percentage of my money I get within so period of time, or how is it going to be calculated? So I know what I'm doing. So if I'm going to put them, I want to put my 5 million naira in Liberty Hub today. I put it on Liberty Hub. Liberty Hub, can I pick it up at any time? Okay, if I put it there, what do I get within a year? What do I get within so time? Those kind of things. How do you work on that? How do you work that out?
Okay, fine. We have actually not done the EOP for every kind of ventures within the ecosystem, but I'll mention a few. And I will also mention very clear here that we are using those funds. If we are on lending to others, we are not lending more than 9%, for example. So the investor will also know that whatever we do is within that same 9% per se. However, it will be the life cycle of whatever venture we go into. Take, for example, we have farmers within our system. As of today, we have about 10,000 farmers who are signing up on the platform to become beneficiaries. Majority of them are looking for funds to go into rice farming. And within the EOPs we have, if you give us 5 million to go into rice farming, we should be able to be ready to return the 5 million with profit in 4 months' time. So the life cycle of that fund will be 4 months because we've gone into rice. If we do some other crops, maybe 6 months, we would say after 6 months, your investment, you will get back with profit and your capital. So we're looking at that. We have rice, we have maize, we are also looking at doing some other crops like potato, carrots, cucumber, and then we have farmers who are farming these and they are on our platform as of today, hoping to get funding so that they can be able to do that. So if we have investors who wants to put money down, we'll be able to say, fine, your investment of 5 million is going into rice farming, and this is the EOP. And within the next 4 months, you will get your capital and the profit. That's this great.
Thank you. This is very important, but let's come to, I'm going to cover 2 important areas. Then I'm going to allow, because those people who couldn't join the platform, I can see Martha, Nathan, and some other people who would have loved to ask questions, or maybe Sonia is here as well, and Abigail. You have all these beautiful women. We wish to see your face. And then people try and log in so that we have you on the platform towards the end of the show, become more interactive with Elijah. Because now I'm still knocking head with Elijah. Elijah, but 2 important things, quickly, is please spell out. And because I've talked to of us in the diaspora, we've talked about the people on the street. How can our government participate in what you are doing? For instance, because I know that in Delta State, in River State, in Abia State, in every state in the country, they always embark on empowerment program. And this is one real empowerment on our doorstep. The government don't need to go far. How are you trying to engage the government and say, hey, listen, give me 20,000 youths who just graduated yesterday. I'll get them out of the employment, the labor market. Because what you are saying is, if the government of the federal government of Nigeria say, hey, take 50,000 Nigerians, take 2 million Nigerians, get them out of the labor market, you can do that with what you're saying. How do you plan to work with the government? What do you need from the government? So for this can become a saving grace for our unemployment, for our teeming youth, our unemployed youth.
I would simply call on the government to first be willing to work with Liberty Hub so that we can be able to take the youths from the street, for example, and be able to add meaning to their lives. What we intend to do with that is fight crime, not with guns or bomb, but with jobs. So what we want to do is create jobs for our youth. So the government can simply nominate or send the youth to us and do just one thing. And these people will not come back to them to say, we need money tomorrow. Simply register these people on the Liberty Hub, send them to us, give them just 1 month subscription, and we'll take it up from there. As long as they come in bulk, we will take that process, train these people, provide knowledge for them, give them all they need to be able to become independent, and they will take off. As at today, we'll be working with other institutes to provide proper training, not just the mentorship we provide for them on our platform. We'll be partnering with organizations like FIRO, Digital Bridge Institute, and some other organizations. We're already partnering with a group called the Smart Majority in UK that provides a full course knowledge for members who are on the platform, ranging from learning how to cook and making business from cooking to becoming an AI expert and making business from becoming an AI expert. So we provide this knowledge for these people.
We're going to identify the key areas here because you don't know. You mentioned agriculture already. I'm happy you mentioned cook right now. You've talked about the market women because it's not all of them that are really exciting for the young people. So, and I'm going to talk about how we're going to make agriculture exciting for young people, how the cooking is going to be exciting. I saw a young boy in Abuja who is making akara. He's a graduate. Today, he's a millionaire from akara alone. And that he has done akara in a different way. He brands it. Everybody stop every evening, pick the akara and go. And that is something that a boy, if he was only doing that, he probably would be there looking for a job or pressing phone, looking as a Yahoo kid. So what I'm saying is we're gonna come to the specific areas that you think we can come in today, so that when I'm calling on young people today, if you are interested in cooking, if you are interested, even if you want to run a website, if you want to go into a training and you need your training can convert yourself into money, because at the end of the day, the government will only be interested if the young people will no more come back to them and say, I'm out of job. You're going to help them to become employers of labor. Because if you go through this, definitely you're employing somebody. If I finish this, for instance, if I start a farm, I need more than one person to do my farm. I've taken 5 people out of the employment labor. So it is very important that the government listen to this. But we want something that will be also exciting for the young people. But before we go back into that, please spell out with your mouth, where do we register? And how do we register?
Visit our website, libertyhub.ng. That is where you get all the information you need. And then check our services.
Liberty Hub.
You can check up our services from libertyhub.ng. However, for everyone who wants to become a member, you have to chat up with us, and then we would simply give you a link to register on the matrix. For everyone who joins the hub must be a member of the matrix, which is where we generate and also share revenue with our members as we go on this journey of taking people away from where they are to where we want them to be.
All right, and we also have your information.
Send us an email on info@libertyhub.ng.
And there's a telephone number. Yeah.
Our telephone number as of today is 091-211-01367.
Amazing.
Someone will talk to you immediately. You chat that number. WhatsApp, more especially.
Okay. Here we are, and I'm thanking you, and I'm grateful. The government, we've talked about what the government can do. The government can then say, okay, listen, these guys are talking something big. No, I'm going to pick them up, because what you're asking is very small money. It's not going to break government wallet. I'm going to give you 20,000 people. I'm going to give you 50,000 youth from my state. Bring them out. I'm giving you 50,000. Nigeria can give you 1 million keys today and say, okay, this 1 million keys, I can pay 1,500 for each of them, take the money. I can pay for their subscription, take the money. Please mentor them, make sure they are out of the market, make sure they are self-employed, and that is something you are promising you can do for Nigeria. Is that what you're saying, sir?
Very correct, please. I am saying that with all confidence that give us the numbers, pay for 1 month subscriptions, and they will start making money from that same month, because we will show them what to do to be able to become successful. They will never come back to you, not at all.
Amazing. Before I bring somebody into the platform, because I saw Abigail, I want to bring Abigail in because I want Abigail to say something on the platform. I'll soon add you, Abigail, so be ready. Before we do that, can you really, just to be specific, I know you will not be able to name all the areas of businesses. From what you said now, it's all businesses. But which areas are you comfortable? Are you prepared to deal with today? Say, for instance, you talk about rice farming, some other farming sector. You talk about that. That is good. We talk about the market women. Those of you who go to the market, you have something you're selling, you buy and you sell. Please, if you have a shop, suppose I have a bakery, suppose I have things. So there's so many things. Which of them can you say is the one you'll be able to handle today if I register?
Let's start with the agricultural aspect. For every farmer who joins our platform today, we can handle rice farming, maize farming, cassava farming, potato farming, and every other crop that has quarterly life cycle. We can manage all of that as of today. However, for every other kind of business, we are looking at small businesses that need between 20,000 and not more than 5,000. So if your business needs between 20,000 to 5 million naira to become a success, then we are ready for you. Join Liberty and we'll be able to walk you through to see that dream come true.
I'm coming back to this, Elijah. I'm coming back straight to this. But let's do one thing first. You mentioned your partners. Now, because this is quite a huge, it's an ambitious project. I mean, it's one thing that we are talking about here. So many things an entrepreneur need. You need an accounting firm. You need to be able to do proper bookkeeping. I'm happy you mentioned legal, because sometimes people don't know how to sign contract. They don't know the kind of contract they are going into. Even to pay a lawyer alone to sign MOU in the UK is the most expensive thing you ever deal with. So all these things you're saying they are valuable at them. You must have some partners. Who are they? Because those are some of the things that will give us confidence to work with you. Who are your partners? So we know that, oh, they are not working alone. They have social company working with them. They have this one helping them in this area. They have this one helping them in this. And you're saying you're going to give us internet. Who is providing the internet? Can you, so that make us feel comfortable dealing with you, sir?
We'll be providing the CUG line. Internet service is optional based on individual needs, but what we're providing is the telecommunication lines. If you have an existing line, today we are working with Airtel Nigeria. If you have an existing Airtel line, you can simply move that Airtel line into the network, into the Liberty CUG line. If you do not have Airtel line, then you can get a new SIM. But if you think you do not have the luxury of getting a new phone, then you can port your existing line from another network into the Airtel CUG line, and then we'll be able to use that to work with you. So we are working with Airtel on that. We are working with one of the best HMOs in Nigeria, providing the health facilities for our members. We, as of today, have signed partnership with NEM Health, which is providing for our members health insurance that is almost like infinite for our members. This platform will see that members even get not just health cover, they also get drugs, they get lab, they get dental, they get other kind of services within the ecosystem as long as they are members of Liberty Platform. So NEM is one of the big partners we have signed a service level agreement with to provide healthcare for our members within the platform. And I am very comfortable working with them because they have proven themselves based on what they've done with us over the past few years, working with that. So it's a huge one for us. We are also working with Stanbic IBTC to provide pension facilities for our members. They are pension fund managers. And a couple of other platforms like that, services, big names, of course, in Nigeria who are working with us. We also deal with other cooperatives and MFIs who are supporting us to provide financial services to our members. And they are all interested in doing this because we are working with the grassroots. Anyone who deals with the people at the bottom, it's very, very encouraging to us because they are supporting us to be able to drive that ladder and push it upward.
Chief Elijah, thank you so much. I'm going to ask one question. have you started or you are about to start? If you're about to start, when are you starting? If you have started, can I register today? For those people watching us now, can they go there and register now?
Yes, you can register. We have started. Even if we have not unveiled all the services, we are looking at launching this particular program in May. We will stand the countdown from next week. We are fully launching in May. So even though we have not launched, that's also the reason why we've not unveiled the entire program. But you can register. Members are subscribing already and they are registering. You can join the platform. For those who want to join, you need a referral link for you to be able to join the platform, because one thing we want to emphasize is that everyone must be a mentor. So if you are mentored, you must mentor others as well. So you're not joining the platform to just get mentorship. You would also become a mentor eventually. And above all, we will have mentors who are classified as platinum mentors, silver mentors, who would be our main mentors talking to the mentors, who would talking to mentees, and then help these mentees become mentors eventually. So while you join the Liberty Hub, have it at the back of your mind that you want to get training so that you can train others. That's how the Igbo system works. We will train you, give you what you need, and please be ready to train others. So tell those who are around you that you have access to this opportunity, they too can join you.
I'm going to ask you this on a personal level. What have been the challenges doing this?
Basically, one of the major challenges we have is that people do not believe new ideas in Nigeria. They want to think that you are starting this for yourself and for yourself. But I'm saying this here, that this is not because we want to cash out. It is simply because we want to add value. And that is why I have said we would only provide this service for those who are ready to change their own status quo and add value to their lives. We know that it is difficult for people to buy new ideas in Nigeria, but try this out. We would mentor you to success. Again, note that you are not paying money to join this service like you are paying and then you are not getting anything in return. No. The 5,000 naira you are paying is for CUG line. That is very important. Something here. Everybody today make phone calls, but to many people, their phone is liability, not an asset. So, but if you are in Liberty Hub and you make phone calls worth 5,000 naira monthly, your phone becomes an asset, not a liability. Because one, you will be mentored to do your business, you will be financed to do your business, you will meet people that you need to do your business with, and then you will have the platform to showcase your business globally. That is what we'll provide to you. So that is also your money. The only money you have paid, in essence, is the 1,000 naira mentorship fee, which is what you have paid for the service you get. And that is all. And trust me, we are also sharing that mentorship fee with every member on the platform, which is why we say you get residual income on the platform.
Wow. I really wanted at this point to see if you cannot join the platform, if you have one or two questions for Elijah, you can't put it out there. But I can see the love is out there. It's out there. People are excited. They want to be part of this. That is a fact. They are ready to be part of this. And I am ready to be part of this, Elijah. Because if I am here and my family keep calling me, I'll be more than happy to do one or two things. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 people from my home. This is what you're saying. The money will not even bring my bank. Take this money, register them, get them to work. All right. And Elijah, now I'm still going to go back to the kind of businesses that my people can do. And that is going to be the last question for the day. Then I'll ask you to close with whatever you have to say to Nigerians. No, young people, they don't want to farm unless you make farm sexy. All right. If I tell my younger brother, go now, I want you to go and farm, because say, I there abroad, you won't make her go farm. So I wanted to see what kind of farming are you talking about? Obviously, we don't want them to go and use their hands to farm. So if I'm going to do maize farm, what kind of maize farm are we thinking about here? Is this something that will be appealing to young people? Is this something I can say to my family that this is something I want them to do now? If somebody is already doing the market and is already in the market, that is easier for me maybe. But so what are the areas? Like, I'm still very particular about the area. of that you will be interested in working with. So when I direct somebody, for instance, if somebody just want to go and say, I want to open a business center, that may not be something for Liberty Hub. Or say, I want to, the kind of business. If you want to open a TV station, that's not something for Liberty Hub. You are looking at these people who really need some immediate money to start something that they've already learned. Because perhaps the only reason why the apprenticeship, people apprenticeship works is they learn it first and then they give them some money to start.
Yes,
So
please.
tell us.
Let me start from the farming aspect you mentioned.
Yeah.
We are partnering with cooperatives who are into farming. We are also partnering with other organizations who are providing agricultural service, extension service, and farming, not this consistent type of farming with cutlass and hoe, but who do mechanized farming in the real sense. So young ones who wants to venture into farming, we can group them into clusters, identify land for them, identify the EOP per the crop they want to go into farming, and then we'll be able to do that farming on their behalf. So their job is to get the title to that particular space, ownership to that space. We run the farm, provide all the needed to get the farm done, and then at harvest, we are also buying everything they sell because those things will be sold in our mall. So for every farmer on the platform,
this is becoming more interesting. So you're saying that, okay, if I want to go into farming now, if I say I want to go into fish farming, you'll be able to allocate a portion of land for me. This is my land. You go and farm there, and this maybe it's a loan. Or if I have a piece of land, if I don't have, okay, this is your own. You do this, you do that, and so in other words, you'll be able to you put us into a group and put us and work with us in that way. Is that what you're saying?
exactly.
Okay. Now, this is
Exactly.
becoming interesting. So I don't really need to do all that much. I don't need to go and farm. I don't need to go and do some hard work to be the owner of the farm. Just by registering
In fact,
and trying to learn how to manage my farm. Yes.
we will provide technology such that you can be at home and monitor your farm and see the progress.
Amazing. Listen, Elijah, the show is an hour show. I didn't want it to be more so that those who want to watch this show, they can go back and take a look at it. What would you want to say to those of us who have listened to you today, those at home and the diaspora? Liberty Hub is exciting. It is a new approach. In fact, in the UK, the government of United Kingdom is fighting 24/7 to make sure young people are out of the streets, that they get them some job. Unemployment is everywhere. So they will be more than happy to embark on this. But you're in Nigeria, so we're going to keep it in Nigeria. Now you talk to us about these beautiful things. Elijah, like you said, the only challenge is people don't like new things. The government is there to help us right now. You have to be a good campaigner to campaign to tell the government this is what you are selling, so they will buy it. And I'm sure they will buy this. If it's why I buy it at first, I'm sure anybody will want to buy this, especially if you make it simple that this is what we're doing, this is what we're going to give to them. So what do you have to say to government, to me, to ordinary young people, or a young man who want to go into farming, and a young girl too, because they are not only farming who want to start their own business, because some of them have gone to school, they study something, some of them are even hairdressers, some of them are makeup artists. I know we couldn't go into the film sector, which is my area, and something we may do another day. So what do you have to tell us? Tell us what
State government,
yeah.
to the state government and the federal government, I would say first, provide the enabling policies for us to be able to thrive. Give us access to all the regulatory principles that would help us do business successfully in Nigeria. We are asking that you also encourage the youth, everyone who is today a perpetual liability, to join Liberty Hub and become independent. What we are asking is that government can give us opportunity to have access to maybe spaces for land where we can farm, do farming. They can also give us access to facilities where we can be able to train these people within the local government, and then that we can be able to share spaces with these people and then reach the people at the grassroots. That's what I want to support us with as at today, and be able to project Liberty Hub as a platform that would help eradicate youth unrest that we have today in the society. And then to every other person who is out there listening to us, please, Liberty Hub is the next big thing that will change the way things are done in Nigeria, the way businesses operate in Nigeria. We are ready and willing to show you how to be able to move from point A to point Z and become successful. What we want to do is provide answers to those basic needs that have seen you remain stagnant or out of what you do over the years. We want to provide you with the information you need, the knowledge, capital, markets, and technology. We will be providing you with a platform to showcase everything you do today so that everyone would see. So our platform is not just to do buying and selling. It is also a platform to tell people around the country, around the world, that I exist somewhere in Kafanchan, but I do this business. So people will see you because you are there. And people will patronize you so that you can be able to now have the entire nation as your market, not just local markets where you have. We are also encouraging people not to do the normal brick and mortar stores. Our Liberty Mall is a store where you can sell whatever you want to sell. And our members will be able to patronize you because we will be selling with discount prices on our platform, because we will do bulk purchase and we will finance these people to produce, and we will finance you to produce. You have to sell on our platform with discount, different from what is obtainable on the outside. So be guaranteed that everyone who is a member on Liberty would use your Liberty card to buy with discount within the Liberty Mall and all our affiliate centers nationwide.
Thank
So
you
if you are an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, please join Liberty Hub today by calling the number or chatting the number you see on the screen so that you can be able to talk to somebody who will direct you or provide a link for you to be able to register on the platform. If you cannot call the number now, then chat us up from the libertyhub.ng website. Someone will talk to you and direct you on how to sign up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elijah. In fact, it's been a wonderful time with you. I'm going to bring you back here. We want to see how this progress. It's a wonderful opportunity, no doubt about that. I'm happy you've called on the government, you've called on the ordinary Nigerians, you've called on the people, the young people themselves who need to take this country to the next level, that this is an opportunity. They should stop waiting for white-collar jobs. They can create the jobs. How about that? You no more need to be looking for a job. Be the employer. I love to be an employer. And that is where this Liberty Hub is taking us. And we're really proud of it. Thank you very much for this opportunity, Liberty Hub. We want to work with you. SRTV is going to be definitely one of your partners. I can tell you that today. That we will partner with you to help you get this message, because it is in the interest, it's in the interest of nation development. And that's one of those things we support. And thank you for coming up with this initiative. And maybe with this, what you have done, other people will learn that there's something good about what our forefathers did. Improve on it, make it better. In fact, modernize it so that it can fit into the 21st century. And once again, thank you very much for this. I hope the Nigerian government will listen to this, both the state, the federal, and the local, to bring their ideas and they can bring more ideas in, and the thing can become a global phenomenon. That let it be once that the rest of the world comes to pick from us. The way they went to Alaba International and said that is the most, the highest incubator of successful small businesses. Let us create something and say, oh, look at what they did in Nigeria. Let us be used as a good example. Thank you so much, Elijah, for coming up with this. And please don't give up. I know it can be discouraging. A lot of people are going to stay, like they're going to find out what is it doing. But this is a wonderful idea. When you have a lot to say, you don't shout. So thank you, and I like the calmness in which you deliver your message today. At that point, I'm going to say, yes, we're going to see you again, and thank you for being my guest today. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Yes. So, ladies, my people, this is where we're going to draw a curtain for this edition of the show. It is one-on-one with Daddy Kris. Like I said before, this is where I unveil personality. People you may not even think about that they exist. Do you know that somebody is really coming up with this wonderful idea to create this community where young people, even young and old, can actually do their own business? And man, it is so simple proof. And you know the funniest thing, by the time people begin to buy, because they were able to buy in bulk and sell at a very discounted rate. So if I am a member of Liberty Hub, I'll be getting discount. Why will I not buy from there? Again, doing so, I'm creating a big market for the product. You can't get this wrong. And hey, they have legal services, they have insurance, they even have pension for you. It cannot be better. I pray that it comes to pass as they have said it. And you know, everything we do, we are Christians. We always say we pray that God will help us, but God has helped us because by giving us the idea. God has helped us by sending us one Moses. The Moses of I see today is PERK Elijah. Elijah is one of the Moses of our time, and we are grateful to God for bringing us one of the Moses of our time to bear. So that is where I think we should draw the curtains for this edition of the show. My name is Daddy Kris, and this is SRTV, and the show is called One-on-One with Daddy Kris. Stay out of trouble. Have a beautiful weekend. It's Saturday. Don't get too drunk, but you know, have a good time. You're young. Enjoy your day and take things easy. Like my people will say, please give peace a chance. What I know, I don't like peace, I like justice. But I know one thing, Nigeria is a great nation. Nigeria is a great nation. The rest of the black race is waiting for Nigeria to succeed. And it's going to take ideas like this for Nigeria to come out from where we are now. And that's when we see Moses like this, we thank him and we embrace him. That's why SRT brought him today. We're going to bring him more on your way. But let me end the show by telling you their website is libertyhub.ng. Liberty is one word, HUB, libertyhub.ng. If you want to send them an email, it's info@libertyhub.ng. Say thank you very much again for joining me. I say have a beautiful weekend. Thank you and God bless you.
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5. OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.